enjoy the free time. Once they finish their work, they enjoy 1 or 2 days to go around Ho Chi Minh City. So they enjoy the assignments. Let's see what else we have. Uh, requesting. Let me see if this is up okay. Requesting. Okay. For tonight's lesson. So this is what we'll do, Ms. Duke. We're gonna follow the syllabus like you said. So oh, we have Nyung Duk Tai. Hello. Nyung Duk Tai, how are you? Nguyen Duk Tai. We have one more student. Yay. Hello.
Yes, this is Hương Golf. So I've been trained. This is the
Hey, Ms. Golf. How are you?
of my son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people are late. I think it must be a hard working day in Vietnam today. So
Yeah.
it's okay if people are late. We'll do a slow start.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm fine. So we have just finished exhibition in Vietnam for the travel exhibition.
Okay.
Vietnam, yeah.
Is it for the sports place?
Yes, this is for the hotel, for the golf, for the travel agency company. So we have several local company and international company. Yeah.
This phrase here for you, Golf, in the chats, it's a comprehensive package.
Yeah. So our project, so we have 5-star hotel, we have golf.
Oh, nice.
We have water park, we have mangrove park.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
And light park as well.
Yeah.
Many activities. Yeah. This is
water parks are for families then? Like it's 5-star hotel, but families also?
Yeah. Family, that's mean? What do you mean?
Well, if you have a water park, it's usually for children or teenagers. Like if they're too young for golf.
Yeah. So in general, we could like to touch 3 generations. So we have also spiritual park as well. Yeah. Yeah. This is a more than 7 hectares. This we have a pagoda there.
Yeah. Oh, it's a pagoda.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. So this is a huge project with 480 hectares.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have also many shop house. So it's like a urban area. We build a new urban area in Hai Phong, about 100 kilometers from Hanoi, in the north of Hanoi.
Okay, north of Hanoi.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Is it on the sea coast or in the mountains?
So this is in fact, this is the project it built on the Gulf.
Oh, on the Gulf. Okay.
Gulf. GUNF. Gulf.
Oh, Gulf. Yeah. GULF. Gulf.
So we can, how to say, because in fact before this is a Gulf and they bring the land, the ground, and they do the project there. So so we can say that this is a mainland, or how to say this?
I would say, well, I thought it might be inland because it sounds so big, but you say it's right on the coast, right?
Yeah. So this is the Gulf, the Tonkin Gulf.
Oh, the Tonkin Gulf. Yeah, that's famous.
Yeah. Yeah. And so they bring a lot of rail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tonkin Gulf. I don't know Tonkin Gulf. Many of those cities are so famous, that Americans know that, but it's not for the best reason. But yeah. Okay, Gulf.
So we can use Tonkin Gulf.
Tonkin, that's it, Tonkin. Yeah, because there's a famous cat called the Tonkin cat, and he's like the Siamese cat, the Tonkin cat. So our neighbor had the Tonkin cat. He's a beautiful cat, and he became popular in America about 25 years ago. My neighbor had one. Tonkin cat, but I was really allergic to it because both the
Uh,
Siamese and the Tonkin cat have that real
oh,
fine powder on their fur.
I
And
think Tonkin like my writing because
yeah,
before under French colonization,
yeah,
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 so the French people divide the country in three parts:
yeah.
Tonkin, Cochinchina, and the south. I don't remember, but
Oh,
they
okay.
divide the north of Vietnam named Tonkin.
Oh, Tonkin, yeah,
Yeah, I think.
where the famous golf is. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Hey, let's see if Nyan and Luang An, you just joined. Are your microphones working okay, Nyan and Luang An or An? Hello,
I mean,
Nyan.
yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
It's good. All right. Good to see you again.
yeah,
How are you today?
that's good. Yeah,
Much better. Okay.
uh,
You're
yeah,
good.
that's okay.
Today we're going to do a formal raise letter so you can ask your company for a raise. But speaking to some of you, I think some of you own your own companies. So I don't know if this letter, it's a polite letter. I hope it's of good value to you.
Yeah, more or less. Sure.
Okay. How about Luang An? Are you there, Miss Luang An?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm not good. I got the sore throat. Yeah, and very
Uh,
tough to speak class today.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
drinking ginger tea with lemon because it was very dry today. So my throat isn't sore. It's just I need to clear my speaking for today.
yeah,
Mm. All right. So shall we begin, everybody? Because I prepared this formal letter for you all. And I really enjoyed researching this and doing this. It's in two parts. For tonight's lesson, everybody, we're going to write letters or emails requesting a raise in your salary. That's always a nice magic thing. It's simply called a raise for one's employers. The request for a raise is usually tied to a performance review, which makes most workers nervous. It can be stressful time in a company where you are not quite sure if your employers value the work you do. In some companies, you're not sure if they think you're doing a good job or not. So, of course, the necessary details are your name, your address, city, province, postcard. So I put province here because Vietnam doesn't have states, but I think you have provinces, like Nha Trang is the famous province north of Ho Chi Minh City. Email, phone number, date, because some companies are quite big, so they might not recognize you. And then, of course, your name, your title at the company name, the company address, the city, province, postal code. So first you start with the recipient, that's who receives your email. And let's see, we have some blank areas. So I'll read the first part, then I'll ask somebody to read part two. The letter should start, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to discuss a matter that is important to me and I believe to the continued success of our team. Over the past, let's say, year, I have had the opportunity to contribute to a special project. During this time, I have consistently demonstrated my commitment to excellence and my dedication to our company's goals. I am grateful for the opportunities I've had here and the support I received from our team. However, I would like to discuss the possibility of a salary increase that reflects both my contributions and current market value for my position. After researching industry standards and considering my level of experience and performance, I believe that an adjustment to my compensation would be fair and justified. So compensation is the money you receive, your salary. Let me ask Golf. Golf,
Yes.
in Vietnam, are the salaries going up fast or do they go up steadily? Because I read today the economy grew by 5.75% in Vietnam. So it's a very strong economy. Can people request higher salaries?
So it depends, for example, for the foreign company and for the local company, and it depends also on the performance of each people.
Okay.
Yeah. For
Now,
example, for senior position, I think they pay well.
yeah,
Yeah, but
so you
for
could make that request.
yeah, but for the average performance or the worker, I think it really hard also their
Okay.
life. Yeah, because the inflation, everything is very expensive, especially in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, the big city in Vietnam. The cost
Yeah.
for education, for children education and the daily life, it's
Yeah.
very hard for the worker, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's why I have a problem with the inflation indicators they use in America and Europe and other places. When
Yeah.
it's really important stuff like your house or your car or your children's education, they put that together with food. It's an aggregate economic indicator. So they might say, oh, the inflation isn't so bad, but if you look at what you pay for education, the inflation can sometimes be 15 or 20% in one year for college or private education. So I don't think it's a good idea when they push all the inflation factors together. I think they should do it for each family. You know, like how many children do you have going to a private school? Where is your house? What's the value of your house? This kind of thing. So I don't know.
So at the moment, so the government and also the relevant ministry, they are pay attention to the other thing. I have also my son will pass a very important exam for the high school and
Yeah.
in Hanoi. So it is really hard exam because if they want to enter in the public school, so they don't have much place, they don't have much school. So
Okay.
they have to work very hard every day from 5 a.m. to even for 11:30 or midnight.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Does your son go to a special education center, a private one for extra study support?
In fact, so for private, it's really expensive if
Yeah.
we do the right quality. And so I don't want to spend money, high fee, but the quality, I think it's
Yeah.
not really equivalent with the price I pay, the money I pay. So
Yeah.
I took the public for my son, and he followed the normal education with
Yeah.
other subject like a German and English. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I asked because in Japan it's called Juku, in Taiwan it's called Bushiban, and in Korea it's called Hagwon, and these are after school study centers. And the students start at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and they go until 9 o'clock at night. If it's high school going into college, then they stay in Korea till 2 o'clock in the morning studying. It's just unbelievable how much they study for these tests, but it puts too much pressure on some students.
Yeah, it's very terrible, I think, because after university or after high school, so every person have also the road to follow. But they are only 14, 15 years old and
Yeah.
spend too much time for study, and sometimes it's not, they cannot use all kind of knowledge that they learn at the moment. In the future, they forgot it, and it's great time, I think.
Yeah, I remember the students in Taiwan, they looked very thin, like they needed physical education. They were just going to the Bushiban or after school study every day, every about 5 o'clock until 9 o'clock. And Taiwan's a very sunny country. It's like Vietnam. And the students were very white looking, and they eat junk food, sugary food. So I just don't think it's a very good system,
Yeah.
eating high energy snack foods all the time. And they look so tired too, Gulf. Yeah, I felt very sorry for
Yeah,
them.
yeah. For them.
All right, let me ask Nyan. Nyan, do you have children? Nyan. Is Nyan there?
Yes. Yes.
Nyan, do you have children in the Vietnamese education system?
Yes, I have one.
Okay. Does it
But
become expensive?
but in my case, I'm luckily because now she in university. Yeah.
So it's a relief now that she entered the national university.
Yes.
Very good.
Public one.
Oh, public. Very
So,
good.
so I also want to back a little bit for your first question about
Okay.
the salary, because in Vietnam actually, if for the people who work in the public sector,
Yeah.
so that means the rising salary will depend in the how say the salary rate.
Okay.
Yeah, every 3 years we will go up one step.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, 0.3, like 0.3.
So
Yeah.
I'm writing
So
in chat here, public sector
yeah, so
jobs.
you have no chance to send the email to work in the public sector. Yeah.
So tonight's lesson, I don't know. I suppose, Jan, we could take the skills we learned tonight and just write them for a polite letter within your company.
No.
Okay.
Of course we can do, because I think on the participant here,
Uh-huh.
they know well, if we
Uh,
work for the public sector,
uh,
that means we cannot get enough the salary for the life.
oh, okay.
So we always use, we said that we use, how to say, two hand. Yeah, for the right hand for the public sector, for the left hand we
Yes.
need for the private one.
Uh,
Yeah.
understand
Some
the two.
extra job.
It's funny, Jan, I was teaching in Saudi Arabia 2 years ago, and everybody talks about how Saudi Arabia is a very strict society. But when the students are in private in the classroom, they talk about all kinds of personal things, And one student told me his father is a police officer. And he said, well, the salary is not very good, but he can always accept cash from people, the left hand kind of thing. And I thought, oh my goodness, a Saudi person is telling a secret of Saudi Arabia. That's amazing, right? And most of the students said, yes, yes. They were 20-year-old men. They were very macho. Said, yes, yes, the police always catch us if we have a light missing on our car, the car is making a noise. They will always stop us and try to get cash money. So found that very interesting. Yeah. Jan, was it difficult with the public service jobs with the inflation after the corona pandemic?
Sorry.
Was the inflation difficult for families with public sector jobs or public sector jobs? Did the pandemic and the inflation that came the year after the pandemic in 2021, 2022, the global inflation rate was so high, did it become difficult for families then on the fixed salaries?
Based on the question, I have to say that now for the people who work in the public sector, we're more happy.
Okay.
Because in the public sector, of course, after 3 years, I will increase my salary.
Okay.
But now in the private sector, I'm not sure, because it looked like a lot of company, a lot of factory now close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
why did he close? What was it?
Because the demand
Okay.
from the international, the worldwide is not like in previous years.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have to cut down the product. Yeah.
Is the economy rebounding then? That rebounding. I just used that in I was doing proofreading all day today for a Ho Chi Minh City law firm. Is the economic, I'm writing in chat here, is the economy on, do you know this expression, yeah, or golf, on the rebound? And also, of course, long on, but you have a sore throat long on. So in the chat, I wrote, is the economy on the rebound means bouncing back, coming back strong? And I'll leave that to Golf and Jan if you'd like to answer. What do you say?
I have no idea on this.
So that means, it is rebound. That means they back in the previous the development, right?
Yeah, it was analyzing.
Yeah.
I wish I could show you, but it's I can't show.
Oh, the bow, like for the bone, right? For the bone, the bow and rebound, right?
Yeah, rebound, boom and rebound. Yeah.
Yeah.
So conflicting 5.75 GDP for Vietnam in 2023, was it?
But sometimes I think the GDP it not reflect the real development of a country, right?
Okay. And how so? Can you give us some examples, Golf?
Because they have many factors to count on the GDP, influence on the GDP. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Golf, in your company, you're a senior manager, aren't you?
Yes.
Do you have the graded pay scale too, or do you receive bonuses?
So based on the letter that you prepare for today.
Oh, you like that? Okay, so that letter is going to be useful to
Yeah.
you.
So
Oh,
because
beautiful.
I work for the private sector. Yeah, and it depends, and in fact, we depend on our performance that we bring, that we contribute to the company.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, good, good. So this letter will be good for you. Okay, I was
Yeah.
worried because when Jan said, "Oh, we have graded pay increases," you can't really send a letter like that. I was nervous that this letter wouldn't be useful to anybody. So that's why I'm laughing. Thank you, Golf. You always help me.
Anh work in the public sector?
I don't, Jan, are you in public?
Yes.
Anh Ngân?
Yes,
Yeah.
in that case, in the public sector, yeah, education.
Oh, education. Okay.
Oh, education. So we need to make a lot of improvement for the education.
Golf has some recommendations, Jan.
This is the other story, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to ask Ms. Duke if we can do an education, like a class for teachers, because I really miss working with the teachers in Taiwan and Taipei, because they were always so honest with their information, Jan, about official Ministry of Education policy. We would discuss that a lot. And they had really funny responses, the teachers.
It is a very good idea, Brandon.
Thank you, Ms. Duke,
Yeah.
for listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teachers
I
workshop.
think, yes, after this class, I can maybe in summertime, in June. Yeah.
Beautiful. And it'll be like education policy and things like that. But we have to change it a little bit. In Taiwan, they kind of discuss these things only in private. Perhaps the same is true with Vietnam also. You can't be too critical of the government in such cases. I understand. All right, Jan, would that be interesting to you? Educational policy course in English?
I think it's good. Sound good.
Okay. I've been doing this for like 35 years now, so I'll bring my experience to there. In Taiwan, I was a science and math education consultant because Taiwan wants to change to bilingual the way Singapore is, where the courses are taught in both Chinese and English. And the teachers I worked with were very good. They could speak good English, but they all had different opinions on the whole bilingual process.
Okay, and I just have a suggestion. If you can link the university policy with the kind of the industrial linkage.
Okay, so
great.
Oh, that's very interesting to me, Jan. Yeah, because I was have been very interested in vocational industrial training, vocational business training for teenagers, because I've come across that several times as a teacher, where you have some students who are going to go into an industrial arts education starting in secondary school. Is that what you mean, Jan?
Yes, yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Because in Taiwan, I was in the school library helping two science teachers, and my office was kind of there. So any students could stop by and speak English to me after lunch in the break period. And there were these two really big boys, and I asked them what they will do after middle school at age 14 or 15. And they were going to the ship working yards to work for their families in Taiyuan City. But first, they were going to study for 3 years at a really highly ranked vocational high school that was only maybe 500 meters from our school. And they were excited to do that because it was a really good vocational training program. So I was really happy for them. And these were really big guys, because on weekends, they don't go to study center. They go and work with their families. They have to do that to build ships. So they were iron workers.
Okay, great.
Wonderful. All right, so let's carry on with the letter. And Huang Golf, would you like to read the part here? I've outlined key points. I think I did that. Would you like to try these?
Yes.
I'll make it all blue for you here. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So I have outlined some key points regarding my performance and contributions.
Okay.
First, highlight specific achievements, project or responsibility that showcase your value to the company? Why do you matter to the company? Mention any additional duties or role you have taken on since your last salary review. 3. Discuss any relevant qualifications, certification, or skill that have enhanced your performance. So I am committed to continuing to deliver exceptional results and to support the goal of our team and company. I believe that a salary increase could not only recognize my contribution, but also motivate me to achieve even greater success in the future.
All right. So, would you like to try this one for achievements and things you have accomplished? I can take this out, Golf, and if you want to, can you tell me some goals and things you have achieved this year?
So I think for us, for the first year, we have just after the grand opening of our golf course, because the golf course have been only 12 months.
Okay.
So this is, so our golf course in a very competitive area of Hai Phong in the north of Vietnam, but we already, how to say, we achieved
Uh,
120% of the KPI that the company give to me. So I manage a sales team. I have a sales and market. I am responsible for the sales and marketing for the golf course.
Mm.
And so after 12 months, so we already achieved 120% of the KPI that
nice.
that the company give us. And so we work only not for local market, but we already have many foreigner company, foreigner partner.
Golf, do you say the term is GPI, was it?
So KPI, so this is the revenue that can be givers. For example, they give me 100 billion Vietnamese đồng, but I got this 120 billion Vietnamese đồng or something. Yeah.
Nice.
This is an
Congratulations.
example of the number. Yeah.
Do you see what I wrote for number 1? Do you think it's a good phrase? Good phrasing?
Yes, and I have. Yeah, I think it's very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice. How about additional roles you have taken on since your last review?
So I think the second one is the marketing for the company.
Okay.
For marketing for our golf course, we work not only in Vietnam, but we attract many Korean golfer come to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Korean golfer, we have Chinese golfer to come. Yeah.
Yes,
And
that's really
also
good.
I train also my team, and also I support the operational team to set up the operation, because in fact, so I work 15 years in the golf industry. So I have experience on that. So not only for the sales team, marketing team, but I support also operation team. Yeah.
All right. So what do you think about number 2?
Yeah.
I wrote some answers for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope that, yeah. Yes.
Would you like to read it? You can read that. It's basically what you just said.
So I have moved more into marketing aspect within the company. I expanded our market to Korean golfer. I also support the operational team with my 15 years of experience. Yeah.
All right. And then did you develop any skills or get any qualifications or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So last year I follow an online 24 months training from the PGA Australia Institute.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah. So this is a diploma of golf management,
Nice.
because I don't want just only for the sales and marketing. I want to be like a general manager for the whole golf course.
Yeah.
Operations, and also for, yeah, the PGA. So this is Professional Golf Association. Yeah.
And it was a certificate?
This is a diploma.
A diploma, that's higher than
Yeah.
a certificate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Diploma.
of
And it's
golf management. In golf
Oh,
management.
management. All right, nice.
Yeah.
That's really good. That one.
It's really hard also the training.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do because they have
think
no
so.
team subject. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to put here? When you put this, you could write a nice way to put it is successful completion. Successful completion of a 24-month Australian PGA diploma in golf management. That one's really good, by the way,
Yeah.
because these qualifications are always so important.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, let me see if Long An is doing better because she had the sore throat. Long An, are you there?
Yes.
I feel bad. I'm gonna ask Nyan. Nyan, so you're a teacher or a administrator?
Yeah, I'm teacher.
Teacher, okay. And what subject do you teach?
Wow. I teach for the in the university.
Yeah.
And I teach right now. I teach 2 subjects.
Okay.
The environmental impact assessment.
Okay. Environmental assessment.
Impact assessment.
Okay. Impact assessment.
And the second one is scientific research.
Certificate.
Scientific research.
Oh, scientific research.
Yeah.
All right. This is interesting. I was cleaning out my inbox for my Google Mail, my Gmail, and I found an invitation by this person. Let me see if I can find it for you. You might be interested in this. I can pass this on to you if you're interested. And it's this man who does research for the Mekong Delta environmental impact at the college level. And he sends me these to join the conferences, but I don't have time. I really should, but I'm so busy doing other things. What's his name? His name is Brian Finlay. Yeah, okay, so let me see what I've got here. Yeah, I'm gonna share screen this with you and Jan because maybe you could use this as a point of contact. And he said, "Dear Brendan," of course, my name is Brendan, and he wrote, he went to the Stimson Center conference.
Center.
Yeah, it's really famous, right? And he launched the Mekong Dam Monitor. Is that a online? Oh, remote sensing, satellite imagery, GIS analysis to provide local communities with real-time reporting and early warning of significant releases of or holdback of upstream dams on the Mekong River. Do you know Chiang San? We met local. Is that in Taiwan? Thailand, though.
In Thailand, in the border of Thailand and Laos.
Okay. He said the most was his story of the loss of his most valued possession, his boat, to a major release of water upstream dam in 2020 that caused the river by almost 2 meters, rise by 2 meters in 2 hours, swept his boat away, and he has no livelihood because of his boat is gone. And so he talked to the Stimson's Mekong Dam Monitor research group. So if you're interested, I can send that to you. There's Brian Finlay, who is the president, CEO of the Stimsons. Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
And there's his field trip up the Mekong. That looks really good. So that's, he sends me invitations, but I don't have time to do his invitations. I feel bad. I should do that more often. Okay. Requesting a raise. So let's see. Environmental impact and scientific research. And Jan, have you completed anything in the last year that you would put in a formal letter or something?
Wow, last year?
Yeah, we'll call it achievements in the last year.
Actually, last year I just finished one, how should we call the national project?
Okay.
Yeah. About the using the plastic waste to produce the environmental friendly concrete.
Oh, nice. So I'll put these details here if you want to copy this.
concrete, friendly concrete. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Finished a national project concerning the use of plastic waste to produce environmentally friendly concrete. Okay.
So
And
you see that is how to kind of to reduce the environmental issue from the waste plastic.
okay.
Yeah.
Is it Mekong River area you work in?
Yeah, in the Mekong River, in the Mekong Delta. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a really big problem, isn't it? Because I've seen the trees that Gulf mentioned, the coastal trees. I'm forgetting the names, not banyan trees, but what's the other name? Mangrove, the mangrove swamps.
Mangrove. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mangrove have a lot of plastic caught in their extensive tree
You're right.
roots.
You're
Yeah.
right. And even in the ocean,
Mm.
now there are some kind of, we call the island of plastic.
Yeah. Jan, also in your research, do you study that issue with the mangrove swamps from Myanmar, Cambodia, Thailand? I don't know about Vietnam, but the mangroves are getting damaged because of shrimp cultivation.
The similar problem with the neighbor country,
Mm.
but in Vietnam we have another thing, because now from the upstream,
Mm.
they the country in the upstream of the Mekong River, they build up a lot of dam
Yeah.
to keep the water.
Okay.
So that means the water could not go to the downstream,
Yeah.
and we lost the sandy sources.
Oh.
Yeah. So without the sandy, very hard for the mangrove to grow with, because now the coastal area very slope, very steepy.
Uh,
There are no sand much for mangrove to grow with there.
okay. So sand scarcity, we can call that.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that
So
Gulf?
yes. So just I have question also because I don't have much time to read the papers, the newspaper, the news. But I see some picture regarding the drought in the miền Tây area of Vietnam. So do we have any causes for that or anh Ngân?
Mhm.
So do,
Actually, we have some lecture on that one, because now one of my responsibility also to teach for the master student on we call this the integrated water delta management, integrated delta management subject. So there are some kind of strategy to try to keep the delta is we just said sustainable development.
So Jan, I put there the dredging of the sand. When they construct the dams, do they then collect the sand to make concrete? Do you know the dredging sand issue?
Yes.
Yeah. So is that also a problem on the Mekong, like taking millions of cubic tons of sand and using it for building booms to make concrete?
Yeah, I agree. But right now in the Mekong Delta, the government would like to build up some kind of the speed road.
Mm.
Yeah, the the high speed the highway, yeah, the
Oh,
highway,
really? Okay.
yeah, the highway. But
Uh.
now we lack of the sun
Yeah.
for the build the
Uh-huh.
highway, yeah. And the government have some research
Uh.
to get the sea sun, the sunny from the sea to build. But the people here, they really worry
Mm.
because they are afraid the salinity from the sun
Yes.
can
Yeah.
be make the polluted in
Yeah.
the delta. Yeah.
Yeah. My wife and I had to move out of our old building in downtown Hiroshima because 50 or 60 years ago, when they made the building, they used sea sand and the salinity was so high that it becomes dangerous in earthquakes. The same thing happened in southern China in the Sichuan or Shenzhen area. And the government banned our building, and we moved away to our own house. But since then, they tore the building down. They demolished it because buildings made with high salinity concrete along rivers, especially, are really unstable in earthquakes. So maybe it's a good idea not to use high salinity sand. And there it is. Okay, so there's the first part. I want to show you a sample that I did. If you guys want to use it as a screenshot, by all means, it's fine to do that. I decided to do a real sample here. And then if you can read this for me, because I don't want to read the whole class when you have a chance to read also. I'll read the first part and then you can read the second. You can see golf, especially how I created arrays. And I think this is the one. This is mine, successful asking for arrays. Okay, I'm gonna make this bigger too because it's somewhat small. And can I do that? Yeah. Okay, so Golf and Jan and On, this is from about 20 years ago. I made this request. I call it the real life example. So from many years ago, this is how I phrased a raised request letter to an English teaching company based in Osaka, Japan. It's from Brendan McGowan, 305 Yasukuni building. That's the building that my wife and I had to move out of because of the salinity of the concrete. And it's to Nancy Fujiki. She was a Canadian woman married to a Japanese man. So she has a English first name and a Japanese family name, Fujiki. She was the human resources director at ECC Language Centers. That's a nationwide franchise English school. It stands for Eigo Gaigakuin, or English education. It was the Hankyu building, 513 Umeda Plaza is in downtown Osaka. I wrote, Dear Nancy, let's see. Let's see. Golf, would you like to read this first two paragraphs to this person, Nancy?
Yes, teacher. So I have question on.
Okay.
So in general for our college, and so we said, Dear Nancy, but for example, for the first or the second letter, so we can say that Dear Mrs. Fujiki.
Oh yeah, but she and I knew each other pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, we met so many times that I would feel strange calling her Dear Ms. Nancy. But Golf, if it's someone who you don't know so well, then I would write Dear Miss Fujiki, but that would be really really formal by that point of our working relationship. So Fujiki, you would do that, Dear Miss Fujiki.
Yeah.
So Golf, I was wondering.
Another question. For example, if I didn't know if the lady got married or not, so I can say Mrs.
Yeah, if you're not sure, then that like on computers, Golf, default position. Default position equals Ms.
Yeah.
Ms. So maybe it's okay to call her Ms. Did you ask a colleague, did she get married? I don't know. Let's just keep calling her Ms.
Yeah, because it is a personal also, because not, yeah.
Yeah. And then if
Okay.
she's a high level, like Nyan works with college professors, you could say, dear Professor,
Yeah.
Fujiki. Yeah, that would be important.
With the
Okay.
okay. So
All
I
right.
can read the first and the second paragraph, right?
Yeah, this gives you an idea of how it would sound.
Thank you.
Sure.
So dear Nancy, I hope this email find you well. I'm writing to discuss a matter, matter.
Matter, yeah.
Matter.
What is matter? It's something you want to discuss. It can be a problem. It can be a positive problem or a negative problem. It can be the matter you want to discuss.
So I'm writing to discuss a matter that is important to me, and I believe to the continued success of our team. Over the past 2 years, I have had the opportunity to contribute to the business in English on-site teaching program in the Hiroshima area. During this time, I have consistently demonstrated my commitment to excellence and dedication to our company goals. I am grateful to the opportunities I have here and the support I receive from our team. However, I could like to discuss the possibility of a salary increase that reflects both my contributions and the current market value for my position. After researching industry standards and considering my level of experience and performance, I believe that an adjustment to my compensation could be fair and justified.
Yeah. So, Gulf, to get that information, would you network with other managers for golf resorts around Vietnam to get a general feel of how much people should be paid? Or is that a difficult thing to do?
It's easy, not really
Oh, it's
difficult.
easy.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
just join an online chat group or something, you can find out that information.
So in fact, at the moment, so we create also Jalo team, for example, for the sales team in the north, in the center, and the south. We connect well each other.
So you
Yeah.
network well, and you can get a general feel of how much you should be paying
Yes.
your compensation.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. I suppose the same thing is true in Japan. We know what college level and what high school teachers' salary should be, Okay, now the next part has a lot of percentages and things, so I'll just read this one by myself here. I have outlined some key points regarding my performance and contributions. I have recently completed the one-year diploma for Cambridge University's CELTA program, Certificate in English Language Teaching to Speakers of Other Languages. As stated in the ECC manual, teachers holding this one-year diploma are eligible for a 10% wage increase, and I would very much like to receive the wage increase. Of the 5-member teaching staff in Hiroshima, I travel the greatest distances to ensure ECC is able to secure contracts with businesses throughout the region. In some cases, these commutes take up to 90 minutes in each direction. The majority of teachers cannot take these assignments, but I have made the effort to do so. 2 individual successes include reactivating the Toyojidoki packaging machinery account after the account was dormant for 2 years. The management asked for me specifically to instruct the young machine assemblers, and the renewal of the Hitachi contract for food inspection machinery. The young trainee recruits also place a high value on my work, and I would like very much to strengthen the English training program there. In short, I am committed to continuing to deliver exceptional results and to supporting the goals of our team and company. I believe that a salary increase would not only recognize my contributions, but also motivate me to achieve great success in the future. I would appreciate the opportunity to discuss this matter further at your earliest convenience. Thank you for considering my request, and I look forward to our conversation. Sincerely, Brendan McGowan. So the food packaging is called Toyojidoki. This took about an hour to get to each morning, and it's a pouch machine filling thing. And what this machine does is you take a plastic pouch, and if you want to put cat food or dog food that's wet, or snack food that's dry, like garlic peanuts in Indonesia, or liquid detergent to clean your clothes, or shampoo to wash your hair. This machine pours the liquid in or drops the dry, and then it seals it, and it works incredibly fast. So this goes into a food factory, and he just steams and locks all day long. But the engineers I worked with work in Thailand and Vietnam in the markets there. So sealing the bags, the high humidity, the moisture in the air sometimes causes problems here. So I had to help them in English, describe the problem so they can communicate in Vietnam and Thailand. So this was actually a really great job. I really loved it. Okay, so Golf or Nyan or An, do you have any questions about that?
Yes. So I have
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
So in general, when you send this kind of of a request,
Yeah.
so the proposal, so in general, so they have also the percentage of increasing.
Yeah, they have set percentages that you get with a performance review, but this one I wanted to remind them that I completed the CELTA and that I would like the 10%, not just 6%, because Gulf, the standard is 6%, but I know that I would be eligible for I use the word eligible for the 10% right there.
So we can propose that the number that we want.
Yeah,
Right.
because you did your PGA thing from Australia. That's a 2-year program. That's a really nice qualification with a diploma. And in the British and Australian systems, European, a diploma is 1 to 2 years extra study. Certificate is only 10 weeks to maybe 6 months. So you actually have a really high level qualification, Golf.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
And so you use that as you call it
I
a
have a
bargaining tool, right? A bargaining tool, I think we call it a bargaining tool. All right. And Jan, would you like to?
Yes, I also have one question.
Okay.
Based on your experience,
Hmm.
when you would like to writing the letter similar,
Hmm.
did you before that did you have some kind of I could say lobby activity?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or
First, if they pleasure to increase your salary, so
Hmm.
we can write in the letter like kind of official,
Yes.
or just suddenly send the letter.
Well, this is what when Golf said, should I say dear Ms. Nancy or dear Miss Fujiki? I knew this person so well because we had so many training sessions in the year that I felt comfortable calling her Nancy. But Jan, if you look at the language I use, this is actually quite formal here, right? So when I sent this letter, Nancy's response would be smiling, and she'd say, Brendan, you don't have to be so formal in your letter. But that's just the way I was trained, Jan. So
Yeah, sure.
what you see here, this is very formal style. Would you prefer a more casual style? I could write that if you'd like. What do you think? Like a more casual style?
No, I think this is okay.
Okay, a casual style. That would be to my friend John, who is from Australia. He works in Osaka. With him, I would use a much more casual style. He's helped me on a lot of things. And so I would feel more comfortable with John Halam, the man from Melbourne, Australia. I would say, Dear John, there's this, I hope you're doing well today. There's this thing I would like to discuss with you, my review is coming up, but I would use just much more formal. Jan, would you like to see that? I could do that right now.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
try.
Because if you're talking to a colleague, in the university level, you would say, Dear John, I hope your day is good. I'm having a pretty good day. There's this one issue I would like to discuss at your convenience. because convenience, because I am aware of how busy you are lately with the new university term starting and the placement of dispatched teachers there. However, our performance review is coming up shortly, and I should tell you straight away that I was successful in getting the Cambridge CELTA diploma. As you know, this will result in a little higher salary increase than the normal annual 6%. So that's if you look, Jan, this is friendlier because I know John really well.
Okay.
And so I would feel comfortable sending that. And if you had to send a colleague, you know, somebody you've met a few times at a conference or on a project, Jan, you could use language like this. I hope your day is good. I'm having a pretty good day. There's this one issue I'd like to discuss at your convenience. And then the reason why, maybe for an upcoming conference or a publishing a report or publishing data, publishing a major research paper. So I would write a note here for Jan. You can feel comfortable using this style. Okay. Let's see. Golf, we did your first part. Do you remember on the other one we did the where you achieved the PGA? Was any of this useful? The 1, 2, 3 is similar to your PGA, your things, and the performance
Yeah.
and contributions.
The first one.
Okay. You
Yeah.
like this first one?
Yes.
Yeah, this is very similar to your PGA diploma.
Yeah, thank you. So after that, you can give us this letter, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you all of this in there are two recently for the adults writing, there are usually two things. There's the first part of the class, which is a basic, let me see, a basic guideline. And then I try to do a personal thing like this. So I will put both of those in PDFs for you for the Yalo
Yeah,
account.
thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now usually in this class, we have a workshop that we've been doing. Would you like to try to write one if I put the other one on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, let's try. So let's see, real example, I will save and I'll put that down there. And then our next thing to do is the other example. Let me make sure I've got this right. I've got a business report template. Sorry, I have to find that document. It went away. Open recent example requesting arrays. There it is. Okay, it's just under the very basic information requesting arrays. Okay, so here it is again. And yeah, if you want to try this too, you could. And also for An, if you're there, it's what we started the class with. And we can take about 20 minutes to do this. We can check at about in Vietnam time 9:52, so about just 20 minutes, I suppose. Do you want to put it in chat? We've been writing samples in chat, everybody. Do you like chat?
No, chat because when you close the Zoom, so all the information will lost.
Oh, it goes away. All right.
Yeah. So Zalo is better, I think.
Okay, Zalo is better. All right. Would you like to put it directly in Zalo? Should we just write that into Zalo?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, I see. You can put up your own like Microsoft Word document for me to check, Gulf and Jan.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's
please.
fine. If you put Microsoft, some students are using Google Documents too. If you want to, Google Documents you could send through Zalo. Yalo. I say Zalo or Yalo. Not sure. So, and yeah, what we're doing recently is we're allowing the students 20 minutes of free writing. And then this way you get to write a sample for me and I can edit it for you. And we'll put it in Yalo. Chat is being erased, Gulf said, so we don't want to use chat. We'll try to use Yalo instead, so it will keep your work. And so, Nyan, would you like to type directly into Yalo or would you like to upload a Microsoft Word document?
I can upload because my driver is over.
Okay. I use Pages from Apple, but I always change these to PDFs for the students. So let me change this to a PDF now for you, and I'll put it into Zalo. One moment, please. All right, so file, export as PDF file. This way you'll receive this in just a moment in Yalo.
Teacher, just a question. Why you put it in PDF? Just for the format file or just because of the copyright?
No, I use that because Pages for Apple sometimes gives me problems with my Microsoft Word because
yeah.
both systems are so old. Like I haven't upgraded my Pages because I don't, to be honest, I'm tired of Apple's high prices. So I didn't change my desktop computer. I'm keeping the desktop computer for 12 years now. I really love my desktop computer. I don't want to buy a new one, but they say my operating system is too old to do an update on Pages. Let me try this one. Someone wrote, "Where is everyone? Only 4 students in the class now." That was Ms. Dukuru. That's really funny. Okay. I think you guys have really busy days today, right? So, okay, and so here's requesting erase PDF, and then I'm going to put my real sample in there as well. And so let's see. Is it okay to use PDFs, Gulf?
Yes, I can use this.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
And after that, I can export it in the Word document.
All right.
Yeah.
So that old PDF does work pretty well. Okay. Let's export this one too. This was the one I used from many years ago. So there's no real personal information in this one. Okay, and there's the next one into Yalo. So Gulf, you say Zalo, is that for your foreign friends? Because all of the young students, the children keep saying, "Brendan, teacher, it's Yalo." And they laugh at when I call it Zalo.
Yeah.
So I just changed to Zalo Yalo, or okay. So both documents are there in Yalo.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll keep this one down. Trying to think of what else. Oh, I should give these terms to the business report template. Gulf, you got the business reports, I think, from last week.
Yes, in the cello as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the templates, PDF too. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Okay, because I use 2 different, I use Google Translation and then I also used ChatGPT translation. And I wanted the students to look at both and just decide what you think is more accurate.
Yes.
And put that up there. Thank you for helping me with that too, because some students say, no, that isn't right. Jan, I don't know if these business expressions would be good for your research. Operational performance, I'm not sure. Gulf does that now in her work. Service metrics, but I'm not sure if Google Translation got these metrics words okay in Vietnamese.
So I think it's okay, the translation. Yeah.
Operational costs, analysis is probably, I'm trying to find words that would be useful for Nyan for both social and natural sciences and business. So this analysis word, I suppose, is good. This is a really good one, milestones. Oh, this one's very good for Nyan. So Nyan, do you think regulatory issues, is that a good translation?
So I think the word market share. So we have another word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go up here and see if they got this market shares better. Market share, is it this one?
Yeah, this one is relative.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me take away that market share. It's not so good. For next time, we'll have to get a better one in. I think I can do this. Pages, my Pages is really old. It's maybe 20 years ago I got this.
Now.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one.
And I'll take that out. Copy. And let me put that in market. And now market share. And let's see if it pastes nicely. Yeah, not bad. Okay, but it also put customer analysis, so I don't know. Put that there as a bullet. Okay. All right. Jan, are you still there?
Yes.
Did you think for the regulatory issues that's a good translation into Vietnamese?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, it's not a very good translation. Okay. That comes from ChatGPT. Let me see if I have one here from Google up above. Do you think this is better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna take this one out then. Copy and put that one next to that regulatory issues is there. That one is really good because it's both science and natural sciences, social sciences, this kind of thing. Okay, and then we'll take away this one. Okay. Financial constraints, pretty good. Oh, this is really good. So Nyan, I'm thinking, is this actionable recommendations? Is the translation okay for this?
That's okay.
Okay, yeah.
So,
And that would be, in a research paper, definitely. Oh, also this one too, I like. Clear implementation steps for any kind of policy.
Actionable recommendation. We can use another word in Vietnamese and Anh. So like đề xuất mang tính khả thi. Is this possible? Actionable is like a feasibility, right?
Possibilities.
Feasibility.
Oh, feasibility. Yeah. That's very good. Like a feasibility study.
Yeah.
Spelling feasibility. Sometimes my spelling is.
Yeah. So the word đề xuất mang tính khả thi. That means we can realize.
nghiên cứu khả thi.
Yeah.
Nghiên cứu khả thi.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this one away then. And maybe put, is that better?
Khuyến nghị có thể hành động.
That one comes from Google in the blue.
You can see in the chat box.
Okay. Oh, you put it in chat. Okay, thanks. In the chat. Okay, thanks. Golf and chat both put that there.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I still feel sorry for Luang. She took medicines and she just needs a rest. So thank you for listening to our lesson, Luang. I feel bad that I had a really bad sore throat. Okay. Do you know, let me just check one thing here. The feasibility studies, definitely that's used in so many things that I want to look for that one in Google Translator. So it's English to Vietnamese. and it's feasibility study. Did I get it right? Feasibility. Did you mean feasibility study? Okay, feasibility study. This says,
Nghiên cứu khả thi.
is that okay?
Feasibility study.
Feasibility study. Okay, and I'm gonna go back here and let me put that in this document. The feasibility study. Okay.
So anh Ngân, we can use this nghiên cứu tiền khả thi or not? So if tiền
Pre-visibility.
feasibility là mới là nghiên tiền đúng không anh?
Tiền khả thi đúng rồi.
Vâng ạ.
Let's see. That's really big.
Thật ra ở Việt Nam mình, nếu mà mình nói là cái báo cáo nghiên cứu khả thi là nó tương đương với lại cái báo cáo dự án đầu tư.
Dạ. Nhưng mà nó có cần thêm từ tính nhá, nghiên cứu tính khả thi của dự án ấy, giống kiểu
Không,
thế.
không,
Nó chỉ cần
không.
nói là nghiên cứu khả thi luôn này anh hả?
Nghiên cứu khả thi luôn, đúng rồi.
Dạ.
And there's one other thing I wanted to ask was this future prospects. Again, good for natural sciences, social sciences, but also business applications. Future prospects, Gulf and Yan. Do you think this is a good translation?
That's correct.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, I think it's okay.
Okay. So in context, let me see. I'll try to do what Jan was talking about. The future prospects for the construction of a superhighway or a high speed.
Highway. Speed.
This would be British style motorway, but we'll say highway in American English. Highly salinic. I thought salinic. High solidity. Oh, it's being mean.
Salinity.
Yeah. Yay. What do you think, Jan, of that statement? I was trying to remember everything you said to help you if you need to use a phrase like that.
Yes, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put that in chat. Remember, anything we use in class, you can take. It's no problem. Okay, good. And thank you for the verifications on the Gulf and Yan for the translations. That's important. So when we use these next time, we have a good source, a good data bank.
Thank you, teachers. Yeah.
Maybe for this one, let me see, I want to save these changes. I want to go back to the one document. I can leave it up in chat. The real example. Let me see. I'm gonna put one thing that maybe you can use. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't like to use Zoom's whiteboard because it was doing strange things to me. Once I used the whiteboard, it wouldn't let me go back. It's very strange, it's a glitch. So I'll put this in the pages, just a white sheet. And and it's about adjusting salaries for inflation. So Gulf and Yan, can you make a request for a salary adjustment for inflation? And there's the question, do unions make the request to the government? So the phrasing would be like a news report. In my hometown, Chicago. Okay, so that would be a real life example there. The teachers union is requesting an additional 2% salary increase on top of their usual 6% annual raise due to the high inflation rate following the corona pandemic. That would be labeled it's an exceptional situation. Okay. Let me check Yalo to see if anything came through. The requesting of the raise. Okay.
I think somehow we can do, but it's just like the slippage.
Okay. So you say possible, but depends on, what was it, Jan?
A slippage.
Slippage?
Slippage. Yeah.
Slippage, interesting, slippage. Okay. I'm trying to think, slippage, let me see. I'm gonna run this through the translator here. And is this Vietnamese, she says,
Sự trượt dốc,
is that right?
Trượt giá.
slippage.
Okay, so I like how you use it. It sounds good. Slippage.
Tiếp theo là gì ạ anh?
Trượt giá.
Trượt giá,
giá.
the price ạ.
Đúng rồi đó, trượt giá.
Ở đây nó đang ghi là sự trượt dốc.
Thì nó có thể là trượt giá.
It's all right.
Thì mình thấy lương nó chưa tăng là bao nhiêu thứ nó tăng rồi. Bởi vì là lương nó chỉ bù cho cái trượt giá thôi.
So in this case, this is the inflation, no?
Yeah.
Split pay, that means, yeah, you have mountain and you slip from the mountain to the bottom, something like that.
Oh, really? That's really interesting.
This is the image, the very image word, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So in my hometown, Chicago, when the teachers union, which is very powerful, it's very big, this type of pay increase usually causes a lot of political fighting amongst the union and the city government. And so Chicago, you know the word, do you know this word, notorious? Notorious, let me see. This is a good word for both all of you to learn, for Gulf and Yan and On. So notorious is this.
Khét tiếng,
So, notorious here, let me put it up in this share screen. Notorious. It's like bad fame is notorious.
notorious.
Notorious. And
Khét tiếng,
so it's Chicago, my hometown, is notorious for political infighting. When I lived in Taiwan, I was surprised it's also a very political country, a lot of political fighting amongst the unions and the government. So unions are quite strong there. Let's see, yeah. So there's this word expression here that's important that I can teach you.
Political infighting, that means you fight for some policy, right?
Yeah, but it's like people who have a lot of power are doing the infighting. And I see this in a lot of the cultures I've lived in. They have this political infighting. Yeah.
Đấu
So
đá chính trị.
yeah, political infighting is very big there. I noticed that in Saudi Arabia, not really. It's a very quiet system. But Taiwan, there was a lot of political infighting. And in Japan, there's a lot of political infighting.
So
They kind of
Myanmar,
keep it,
Birmani,
yeah. It's funding money for Chicago. It's budgets. Budget. I'll put this in the chat. Budget constraints. The city of Chicago is deep in debt, so it tells the teachers they can't have the full 8%, that they can only do 6%. Then the teachers threaten to go on strike and not start classes in September. This happens like every 5 years. And the rest of America gets really tired with Chicago's political infighting, but it's always been a very political city since it started. New York used to be really political about 120 years ago, but Chicago stayed political with the fighting, constant fighting, because they're very strong personalities and very strong neighborhoods. So fighting is part of the whole thing. Okay. But I've heard in Singapore, they don't really allow for political infighting. So I'll write that in the messages.
but in this case, I think, for example, in the Singaporean case, so maybe all the policy of the governments, of the political people, so it's favor to the resident, Singaporean residents. So that's why they don't have much fighting. No?
Yeah, they used to about 40 or 50 years ago, you know, their powerful president, Lee Kuan Yew, if he was angry with the Indian neighborhoods, because 7% of Singapore are people from India background, he would stop their water and electric service for 3 or 4 days just to make them stop arguing. I just kind of laugh because it's just such a strange thing to do, but I think it was effective, Golf, where, you know, he would tell the political fighting people in the Indian community, no more questioning my policy in the city government, or I'm going to stop your electric and water. Because it's such a small city, he could do that, you know.
So in this case, we can use the word autoritaire, or
What was that, Golf?
so for example, the way that Lee Kuan Yew
Yeah.
with Indian people, so we can use the word autoritaire. So that means how to say no. No. Yeah.
See, I'm smiling at that because my city of Chicago is also the same population as Singapore. It's about 3 million people. And about 50 years ago, there was a very powerful political boss, city boss. Yeah, dictatorial. Lee Kuan Yew really did have dictatorial. What he'd like to describe it as benevolent dictatorship.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll take care of people, but don't question my my thing. But then Singapore under Lee Kuan Yew really did pursue transparency in its financial system. And so to his credit, they did create transparency. And that model of transparency has been copied in Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, all over Southeast Asia. The goal is transparency. It's you know, it's not successful all the time, but at least he tried. I think he was successful in Singapore to create transparency. So many countries want that goal, but there are so many different systems of government in Southeast Asia that transparency is going to be a really difficult, financial transparency for accounting and things like that.
Yeah, I think when they have a transparency, so they can get more belief of the local
Yeah.
resident.
You
Yeah.
get trust from your residents. You also attract more foreign investment because the foreign financial people say, okay, we know what the accounting is. There are accepted Vietnamese accounting practices. So it's good to attract investment, also transparency.
Yeah.
So about that. What was funny is Lee Kuan Yew, the old president, he made the Japanese angry because he said, I've looked at Japanese companies' finances. There is no transparency. He said, I could never do that in Singapore. We have to have total transparency to attract foreign investment. He said the Japanese somehow are successfully attract investment, but nobody knows what's going on in those Japanese companies. So there is a lot of corruption.
Yeah, but I think the accounting system of Singapore, so it influenced by the English and Spanish people, right?
Yeah,
Or
definitely the accounting standards are really important. Accounting standards. But I think Vietnam is a nation with many accountants. Gulf, is that a desirable position for a family? Like, oh, my daughter, my son became an accountant. They're very proud of that.
Sorry?
Or, to be an accountant, is that a good goal for a family, to be an accountant?
No, it's very hard work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think at the moment, so finance control. So at the
Yeah.
moment in Vietnam, I think accountant is not really much high appreciated than finance sector.
Okay, so finance.
Yeah, it's more powerful with the finance.
Yeah, because it
Yeah.
involves market analysis, using high-level calculus and math.
Yeah.
Okay.
The input
Well, I'll
output.
tell you what, Gulf, if you want, if you feel comfortable, if you want to put your salary increase into Yalo, I can edit it for you. And that's for anybody. Nhan, if you wanted to do something like that, or Luang An, by all means, put it in, and I will check it anytime this week. I can check it for you.
Yes, I will do it because with the inflation, I really want to do.
Okay, very motivated to do it, Gulf.
Yeah, because yes. Thank you. I will send you. Yes.
Okay, that's great. I'm happy you're so honest, Gulf. All right, well, let's finish for today because my voice is getting a little bit weak and I have to teach the children tomorrow. It's a fun
Yeah.
class of children, little geniuses, all of them.
Yeah, they
But,
talk a lot also, talkative, the children.
very talkative, but they're a new class, so they have to understand each other's behavior, like that.
Yeah.
Hello, Ms. Duke. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. It's
So
a
what
small
time?
class.
What time in your Australia, chị Đức? You are in
Yeah.
Australia or you are in
1
Vietnam?
o'clock. Yeah, no, I'm in Australia. I'm in Melbourne. I'm back last week.
1
So
a.m.
you travel a lot, huh? Mm.
Yes, I got a lot of works. So doing.
So very successful with the signing ceremony, huh?
Yes. So now we have funding, so we have to do the work.
Now the hard work begins, as you say, right?
Yes, a
Beautiful.
big project coming, Brendan.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Good night.
Good night,
So
everybody.
bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Nya. Bye-bye,
Everybody.
An. Bye-bye, Miss Duke.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
teacher. Bye, chị Đức.
Bye-bye, Golf.
Teacher.
Bye-bye, Luang. I hope you feel better.
Next week. Yes.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.